We now continue with more of the Mark Milton Show with The Smash on 590 The Fan and 590thefan.com.
I'm going down, down, baby. No street in a Range Rover.
Well, I tell you what, I listen to these rhythms and I think to myself, 1960s, man. Everything old is new again. But, hey, Nelly, salute to you, partner. It is the Mark Milton Show, Smash with you right here. And I tell you what, Mark Milton kind of got riled up. I said, Marcus, sit back, let me handle the intro, calm down, and we'll get back to you uno momento, por favor, my internationally speaking friend. And we opened the whole thing up with Jeff Jensen. He is a U.S. attorney, and daggone it, it's been a nice show so far. Talked about the NBA.
I will calm down.
All right.
Nash. I will calm down.
I would thank you.
Sorry, I lost my cool earlier.
It's not that you lost your cool. It's that you really did not even have it in grasp so as to control it. So now everything is of the norm. How do you feel about Mayor Lyda Krewson saying, I am GOHN gone. I am so sick of this crap that I am gone?
Well, it's not surprising. She's calling it retirement. I think it's more appropriately. I mean, she saw the writing on the wall that she was going to lose any reelection bid.
She don't want none of this mess anymore, man.
Well, but it's a mess she's helped create.
I know. She don't want no more of it.
I don't have a lot of sympathy for anyone in the city right now from a government official standpoint. They've made their bed, and now they're lying in it. And you've got people like Tim Gardner as supposed to be the top prosecutor for the city, and you compare her to like Jeff Jensen, who's working tirelessly to combat violent crime, while we have a city prosecutor who's doing anything but that. And so now we have Tashara Jones, who's the treasurer for the city, who is the, I guess, presumed favorite to win the mayor's race.
Really?
And, that's not going to change anything. I mean, she's cut from the same cloth of, the defund the police, the George Soros funded politicians on the far left, like the Cory Bush and others. And I don't see what's going to save the city at this point. I'm very disappointed with where it stands. The city is going to have a whole host of other problems down the road when you look at revenue and taxation. I mean, you've got the earnings tax of 1% that, I think they're going to have a lot of problem collecting and dealing with, the telework situation where so many people who normally worked in the city, they may be having their taxes still withheld by their employers, but have a legitimate claim to have that amount refunded if they're not actually working in the city, which is going to be an interesting issue over the next year plus. Yeah. And so I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I know that efforts to merge the county and the city have been made over the years, Better Together and others, and that obviously didn't work. And at this point, I think the chances of something like that happening are even less likely because the city just refuses to acknowledge the problems it has, and it continues to elect what I consider to be completely incompetent leaders. And so I don't know, Smash, what's your take?
Well, by the standards of the new Democratic presidency that's getting ready to come on in here, the mayoral situation may be just prime for a guy like Joe Biden to say, let's get one of our people in there, and then St. Louis can be a city that we can grow in our own way. Although one of the ways a lot of people thinks it grows is because you got these radical leftists out there that are ready to explode at any time. And they're traveling in and out of St. Louis, spewing forth their leftist radicalism.
Right. And another thing to touch on, I obviously did want to bring this up with Jeff Jensen, but every new administration has typically they will replace U.S. attorneys in the various offices throughout the country. So it's probably likely that if Biden becomes president, then he'll be replaced. Jeff will be replaced by someone else, probably more left leaning ideologue, and so
Mm-hmm.
what happens then with the city? I mean, he's been spearheading the effort to fight violent crime along with Attorney General Eric Schmidt and the main DOJ, and so
Yeah.
I worry about violent crime not only in the city, but I mean, Jeff's job isn't just with the city; it's the
Right.
whole eastern half of the state, so the county, St. Charles County. So not a good outlook for the city right now. And again, unless something changes dramatically from a leadership standpoint, I don't see what's gonna turn it around. Maybe if we get that NBA franchise smash, that would help.
Well, Trump was saying, I'm keeping that kind of crime out of suburbia. And what I'm thinking to myself is, I've never heard Biden say that. So should we possibly be thinking along the lines of maybe expansion of Metrolink, shall we say? Shall we see along the lines that maybe there's going to be the kind of housing that allows people of a lesser financial capability to come on and move into that property level that you paid a lot of money for, and now all of a sudden you got, a house that was $250,000, let's say, and now it's only worth $220,000 and going down.
Right. That was something that Trump touted a lot on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
Biden's going to let you build a multifamily housing right near your suburban neighborhood, and that's something that I don't know how that will play out. It won't be popular, obviously, for a lot of
Right.
communities that want to keep their single family neighborhoods. I don't want my neighbor to be able to tear down their house and build a 10-unit apartment complex next door, and I don't think many people would want that. And I don't think many people understand all that. During the election,
Yeah.
Trump would go out there and say that, I'm protecting the suburbs, and how that actually resonated with people, or whether they understood what he meant remains to be seen. And now you've got Biden talking about putting, or at least, let me phrase it this way: Bernie Sanders has put out that he would like to be considered for the Secretary of Labor. Okay, he wants to be able to fight in that role for increasing the minimum wage to $15 an hour and equal pay for equal work for women and all these things. And I'm thinking to myself, you got restaurants, right? The hospitality industry right now is just getting crushed.
Yep.
And you want to now implement a doubling of the minimum wage, that's going to impact that industry probably more so than anybody else.
Right.
I mean, it's just crazy. It's policy that it comes from a guy like Sanders, who's never really worked a real job in his life.
Right.
Okay. He's been a politician his entire life. He's never created a job. He's never started a business other than maybe some political consulting firms that his family started that get paid by his campaign, which is amazing, but that is legal. And that's what's been done. His family has made a fortune off of his presidential runs. Same with Ilhan Omar in Minnesota. I don't know if you saw that story where her new husband, who she married after she was cheating on her first husband with him. He was her political advisor, made millions off her congressional campaign, directly paid out of her campaign.
No kidding. I didn't catch that. Wow.
I mean, these are the people who are at the forefront now in the country, leading us, making policy. Joe Biden, again, nice guy. Say what you will about him. Never created a job, never owned a business, other than, his China dealings with Hunter and whatever was going on there. But I mean, these people don't understand what it takes to employ people, to hire people, to pay them, to deal with all the things that come with, employing people.
Yeah.
And I think it's a scary time to be talking about things like doubling the minimum wage, and other policies that frankly are going to be a tremendous burden for employers, not only in the hospitality industry, but across the country. And so it's pretty scary.
Well, it's scary to think also they're shutting all this stuff down, and depends on what side you're on. The virus is upon us, or the virus, take your own chances. But I mean, they're shutting it all down at the Christmas holidays, man. And it's kind of like, wow, what's Christmas going to be like this year? Not that I'm crying about it or anything, but the hospitality industry flourishes at Christmas time. New Year's Eve is out of the question, too. So, I mean, they're telling you to stay home at Thanksgiving, not even go see any of your relatives, man. It's wild.
I know. Well, Yeah, it's sad. And, like you said, these restaurants, holiday parties,
Yeah.
holiday events, and
Yeah.
all that stuff's canceled. Yeah, the loss in revenue is mind-boggling. And as far as the holidays go, I mean, Thanksgiving is certainly one of my favorite holidays. And I'll take a moment here, Smash, and say, maybe we should say what we're thankful for. With Thanksgiving coming up, I'm still very thankful, for you for being part of this show. Dave, producer, appreciate you. My family, I just want to give a shout out, all my friends. It's been a tough year. Hopefully, we can keep in mind all the good things that everybody has, and still celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate Christmas, keep our eyes on what's important as far as what Christmas is really all about. And I hope that people can try to find some joy and happiness despite everything that's going on.
Yeah, Dave and I are trying to think of what we're thankful about. We really can't think.
You got nothing? We got out there for a second. I figured you hung up on me.
I tell you what I'm thankful for, man. The Lord has blessed me with many, many things. And one of those things is, of course, this show. And I'm working 4 radio shows now, man. And I would have never thought in my life that I'd be doing 4 at the same time. But when it rains, it pours, And in the time when I went 10 years unemployed with my wife's illness overshadowing everything, Lord never let me fall. Now, well, wait a minute, Smash, you're talking about the Lord. You cuss and carry on. Yeah, I ain't perfect. I'm going to be perfect if the Lord lets me pass those pearly gates. But until then, he knows what I'm all about. And this ain't about going to church. This is about my relationship with God. I'm just glad God's in my life, man. He gave me the opportunity to come work with you. And, I mean, you and me doing this show is one thing. But me and you first met up at Subway because I had tax problems. I found you at Subway. And then, boom, that's how I kind of got in with a St. Louis tax lawyer, stltaxlawyer.com, and then we became friends and political and professional buddies, and it's a magnificent situation right now.
Absolutely. Well,
Right
I'm
on.
so grateful to have met you. I'm grateful for the team I've got now, the Milton Law Group, and I do want to give a shout out. We actually just hired another lawyer.
Really?
One of those things that just sort of serendipity. His name is Shine Lin. It's spelled just like sunshine. He's been practicing for more than 15 years, doing IRS controversy work. Had an opportunity. The attorney he was working for sort of winding down, and so I kind of went out on a limb. Talking about employing people. It's not easy, but I'm taking a risk by increasing the overhead. But I see an opportunity to help serve the clients we have and to grow even more. So I made an offer, and he came on board this week. Couldn't be happier to have him. Like I said, he's got experience in all kinds of different IRS matters. He's handled whistleblower cases for the last few years, focusing primarily on that. So blowing the whistle on people who are cheating on their taxes, but he really knows the ins and outs of the IRS and administrative procedure and how to litigate. So it's a great addition.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, buddy.
Thankful for that. I was hoping to have a big, firm holiday soiree, if you will, but that looks like it's not going to happen given the current shutdown environment. But when we do, maybe in the springtime, Smash, we'll.
Dave's looking.
Maybe you can be our MC.
I got you covered there, but Dave's looking on his phone right now to see if he has anything to be happy about. You find anything there, Dave?
I've been honestly thinking about it since I was on my way to the studio today.
Oh, really?
Let me think.
He's thinking.
He wasn't thankful to get. He got an earful over text from me from right behind him, Dave.
I was saying I was not thankful for my phone.
Am I right, Smash? On time is 5 minutes early. Am I right?
I, sir, have nothing to do with time. I merely float through life. I float through life. I don't know what the time is, sir.
Well, there are two theories when it comes to time. There's the Tom Coughlin school.
That should be good.
The Tom Coughlin theory, where if
Tom
you're
Coughlin.
on time, you're 5 minutes late.
Yeah,
or
that's right.
There's
That's
my
right.
favorite, the bad news Marvin Barnes theory, the former ABA legend for the Spirits of St. Louis here. Game time is on time.
There you are,
But
Marvin
you were
Barnes.
on time. You were late. That's late.
But you know what? What he is doing by being late is helping you improve your temperament. Because if
That's
we
true.
can calm you down because of your quarantine, and Dave can come
I
in
am
just
on edge. I am on edge.
I know. It's just a couple of minutes late, man. You know, he didn't remember that we had an actual, judicial dude on that we could have done something with, but that's Dave, man. Dave,
Oh,
make
good.
sure
I'm
we
still
run.
Thankful for you, Dave. I'm still thankful for you.
All right,
Looking forward to it.
I totally appreciate it. I love working with you, and it's not like I had to go, run around finding equipment for a certain co-host or anything. So it's totally on me. Totally on me.
Matt didn't have his headphones.
No.
He usually keeps them in his carry-all, his man purse.
Oh, yeah.
You got that? Did you bring your man purse today, Smash?
You know what's funny? Today I did not. It's out in the car. I guess it shouldn't be, but I did not.
Better keep that locked up.
Oh, I got it locked up. Hopefully it's still locked up. But, normally I'm carrying my man purse, and my man purse is my life in all honesty. I would have never thought that I'd be carrying a purse ever in my life. But at one point in time, my pants were so drooping. It's kind of like pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. And my
Droopy
kids,
drawers.
my kids at Christmas one day gave me my first man purse about 10 years ago now. And I said, I'm not going to carry a purse. They said, Dad, it's not a purse. It's an iPod carrier. People will think you're carrying a small computer with you and nobody will know. So from that moment on, my pants no longer droop. I carry them above
It's
belly
definitely
button.
a purse. It's definitely a purse. However you want to spin it, it's definitely a purse. But it does look good on you. You carry it well.
You got to know how to carry it, man. I can't carry it under my arm like you do yours.
But you like to wear, and you wear you like to wear mesh shorts and sweatpants. So it's hard for if you carry if I carry that, it's like if I fill up my pocket with sweatpants or gym shorts, man, my drawers start to droop.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
heavy.
exactly right.
The phone's heavy. The wallet. I got the Costanza wallet. I mean, it's probably 2 inches thick. I still carry the old bifold.
Yeah.
So it can be very very cumbersome. There are times where I wish I had the man purse. I do carry a computer laptop, more of a briefcase. But that's what would be cool is if you carried one of those metal old school briefcases, where you'd see somebody deliver cash.
I got one, man. I still got one, and
cool.
you know what, man? It's as good today as it was 25 years ago when I bought it.
Is it one of those metal ones?
There's one of those metal ones that they either carry cash or explosives in.
That's hilarious.
Magnificent.
As long as it closes well and it doesn't
does.
fly open in the middle of the street.
It does. I carry
Hey,
that.
with the time we got, I do want to talk about a sponsor. Holidays coming up. If you have plumbing issues that come up, make sure you give Bright House Plumbing a call. You can find them at brighthouseco.com. Smash after his Thanksgiving meal. We don't know what's going to happen with that toilet. He might have to have them on speed dial to remedy the situation. So definitely, if you got plumbing needs, check them out. It's brighthouseco.com, Bright House Plumbing, for all of your plumbing needs, as well as if you need junk removed, power washing. It's a good time of year to do some power washing around the house. Hose off all the debris and everything that's blowing around right now. It would be a good time to check out Bright House Plumbing at brighthouseco.com. This is the Mark Milton Show with the Smash, broadcasting from the Miller Furniture Studios. Thankful for you guys. It's been a great show. Really enjoyed it. Look forward to our next one. You can always find us at 590thefan.com, themarkmiltonshow.com, or you can subscribe and download our podcast anytime from Apple iTunes or anywhere you get your podcast. Gentlemen, it's been real. Wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Right.
Try to enjoy it despite all the craziness, and we will catch you next time.